Well, here we are at Uncle Henry's and amongst all the fire engines, and we've got an interesting appliance here, and I'm going to talk to Tony now and tell us a little bit about it. So what's about this little beauty then?
Right, it's a 1940 Leyland Linx TLA 2, originally ordered as a turntable ladder. But unfortunately, when the ladder was delivered to the dockside, it somehow got damaged in transit as it was being unloaded, so that left a chassis available that had been ordered by Blackpool Fire Brigade. Basically, the decision was made that they needed the appliance, it had to be turned into something, so they were given numerous different options. So basically what happened was that they chose this option to turn it into a specialist appliance, obviously to give protection to the crew and so forth. It was originally fitted with an 8.8 straight 6 petrol, running about 5 to the gallon. On a good day, 3 on a bad day. Fitted with a 750 gallon a minute pump, a first aid pump and a hose reel. It spent most of its time in preservation since coming out of service in the 60s and passed through numerous different owners, and now it's back into the preservation scene after 15 years of being undercover and stored in a bag. It's now fitted with a Gardner engine, obviously to improve fuel economy and reliability, because the original engine it sustained frost damage, so obviously it wasn't repairable, so the past owner prior to me has fitted a 5LW Gardner, which is mated up to the original transmission, but unfortunately it makes it a very slow vehicle now at 30 mile an hour.
It's interesting because also you're sort of the real organiser here today, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I've organised this event. I'm the secretary of the FSPG for this area. It's like our group rally, but obviously with fire appliances. There's not that many about, so you've got to add other things into the show to make it worthwhile doing. We've done it as a charity event, and hopefully next year it'll be a 2-day event, somewhere around this kind of date next year.
That's nice. Well, all I say, Tony, you've done a wonderful job here organising this, and we've really enjoyed it. And thank you very much for telling us all about your Leyland super machine, I call it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye then.
Thank you.
Hi David.
Hello, good afternoon, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to come and see your lovely F8. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's a Dennis F8, 1956. It was ordered by Cheshire County Fire Brigade, finished at the Dennis Works in December 56 and then delivered and first registered to Cheshire in January, first couple of days of January 1957. So it spent all its working life, unless someone will correct me otherwise, at Tarpley, retained fire station in Cheshire. And I've got some photographs of it on secondment to other places, but it definitely spent most of its life in Tarpley. Then in the early 70s it was then retired and sold off and was bought by a local Cheshire fertiliser company, and it was used as an on-site retained fire appliance on the factory, and it did that until probably the early 80s, where it was then sold again into private ownership, and then we don't really know what happened to it. It disappeared off the radar. Then you fast forward sort of another 10, 15 years, and a guy called Cyril at Peterborough, him and his son tracked it down and did a complete tread upwards restoration, and it's had a few private owners since, and I bought it at auction about 6 years ago.
Did you?
It's had a few mechanical problems, but
it's quite well kitted out, isn't it?
it's complete. You could go out and it's got absolutely everything on it.
Yeah.
You know,
The old hose look.
Yeah, the full set of hoses and all the brass work and branches, and it's got absolutely everything on it.
Yeah.
Don't look too closely. I really need to clean the lockers out.
Don't
of it.
worry
So there's a
about
few
that.
spiders probably living in.
A lot of people, like I do sometimes, well, I did, get mixed up with the F12. I mean, it's a similar appliance, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The F12 is the pump escape, so that's got the big wheeled escape ladder on the back. It's a much bigger appliance to carry the extra ladder, and they were also fitted with the Rolls-Royce B6, sorry, the B80 engine, the 8-cylinder straight petrol, whereas this has got the B60, which is the straight 6 petrol Rolls-Royce engine. But yeah, they were a much bigger appliance. The F12 was obviously a lot bigger appliance.
Yes, it's wider. Is it wider?
It is wider, yes. I mean the F8 was designed really for rural brigades. It was very manoeuvrable. It had a very low height clearance, and it had a very good turning circle. And it was in its day, it really was designed. It was cutting edge. It was absolutely cutting edge of the fire engine technology. Enclosed cab, very good for its day. There's also something to point out here. The F8, there was no such thing as a standard F8. Every single F8 was bespoke. The brigades could order exactly what they wanted. For this one, for Cheshire, these doors are an optional extra. Normally the doors are just the lower half. These are cathedral doors because of the shape, which gave more storage. And this is I absolutely love this. So if you look at the bucket, now isn't that genius? So a bucket with a side so that it fits in. Absolutely, attention to detail. So they knew what they were doing. But
What about
yes, I mean
here?
it's come out. Pretty well everything on it. When I bought it, is on there, so it's completely kitted out with everything you'd ever need. More hoses, hydrant keys, nozzles, absolutely everything you'd ever want. Since I've had it, I've completely rebuilt the lower locker doors on both sides. I've just got a little bit of finishing to do there with the painting, but they were built exactly the same way. I try and be as faithful as possible to the original build, so it's done with seasoned ash and aluminium skin and metal surround, and it's exactly as the guys who built it originally. Sorry.
Black helmet. More one. CTC extinguisher there. We called it, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it is, yeah. What a lovely machine. What a lovely and locks on it. I mean, that's something you just don't see really.
I think they were probably an optional extra by one of the private owners.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lovely. It drives well, and has done a lot of mechanical work to it over the years. And but it's going very well. So fingers crossed.
Well, thank you very much
You're
for
very welcome.
giving us a little tour. Much appreciated, and we hope to see it again somewhere.
Okay,
Thank you very
anyway,
much.
thanks so much for your
Thank you,
time.
David.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.